gutsy thing for me to say. I guarantee you, in the next 60 minutes, you will get smarter about buying the web, using the web to build your business. Because we all know you want to do that, but you weren't quite sure what those first steps were. So this is sort of like Internet 101, and we're all familiar with these books, right? The Dummies series. Not that we're all dummies, but sometimes you need somebody to explain it in a very simple way, right? Anybody know who this fine gentleman is? Some of you probably do. From history, right? History class. So you could have great businesses. You could be strong in your market or the smartest player. But the most responsive to change, and that change is the Internet. That's changing everything. It's affecting TV, radio, newspaper, businesses. This gentleman, not only is he really good looking, he recently had his eyebrows waxed, good mustache. He's probably telling you, the Internet, do you know who goes there? It's just a fad. The only people that are going to see your commercials and your banner ads on the Internet, they live down the basement of their mother's house. Like this guy. You think he'll come into your store? Okay, let's do some web marketing now. These are the basics of web marketing. We call it search and branding and message awareness. Let's talk about search first. It's like today's Yellow Pages. You have to be found in search. And it's Google and Yahoo, right? But it's really perfect for reaching those on a mission. I need a plumber. I need a chiropractor. I need a real estate agent, right? It's perfect when you know what you want. But is search enough? Remember I said earlier that Google's great at some things and they really stink at other things. So, is search enough? Well, if you were going to advertise your business, let's say 10 years ago, would you ever just use the Yellow Pages? We love Google. You put the zip code in, pizza or plumber, and you get all these great results. I need a plumber, right? But which plumber do I choose? Some people think, well, you want the plumber on top, right? I beg to differ. I'm going to look for the plumber that looks familiar to me. So even though we probably are looking at 50 different search results, which one do you choose? You have to do branding. And what is branding? That's anything that keeps your name out there. It makes you familiar. It looks like you're stable in the community. Here are the terms, the few terms you need to know, no matter who you talk to. Once you get these down, everything becomes easier. When you invite the rep in and say, I'm considering buying some web advertising from you, how many unique users do you have? Okay? That means how many visitors go to your site. That's like asking a newspaper person, what's your readership? Asking a TV salesman or a cable person, what's the viewership of that show? Or ask the person from the radio station, what's the listenership of your radio station? Of course, they would have that answer, right? So you have to ask that web salesperson, what's your unique user count? So let's talk about the click-through rate. Because everybody thinks if no one's clicking, it must be failing. And that is absolutely not true. Here's what the click-through rate shows you, what it does and what it does not measure. The click-through rate measures immediate response. That person is so motivated to act immediately. They're not coming in to look at your ad. They're coming in to read sports or local news. They see your ad, they notice it, but they may not want to immediately act. Why? Well, because they don't want to buy that TV right then and there. But they go, wow, maybe I will remember that when I go into the store this weekend. You know what an immediate response would be? Click here for free French fries at McDonald's. Click here for fresh new bikini shots of Britney Spears. You know, those click rates would be pretty high. But just a picture of your business and your logo and you're smiling there with the thumbs up, chances are no one's really going to click on that, but they'll feel good about you and they'll be familiar with you. So click-through rate does not measure the overall response. What does that mean? Brand lift. They feel better about your product or service. They just feel better about it. What's it going to cost to have my ad seen there 1,000 times? For example, if the CPM is $10 and you want your ad seen 50,000 times, it costs you $500. And then the video microsite. As I travel, if there's one company that I see doing a great job, and I want to be real careful not to always sound like I'm shilling for the Baltimore Sun, but the people here create video microsites better than anybody else I've seen. Here's an example. This is a screen cap, but I'll show you. Sinai Hospital, they didn't have the ability to build all this stuff on their own site. It would take too long. They didn't have the production. So they created one simple site where the Baltimore Sun walked in and shot all these little video clips or vignettes, little 90-second jobbers. This is one page, and this lives within the health section of the Baltimore Sun. This could also live within the Sinai Hospital website as well. You could click and hear the doctor talk about this cyber knife, one of the patients and his success with the cyber knife. This is what they call advertorial. It's an advertisement, but there's a lot of good content, and we all want to read this. So, the benefits of these video microsites, you could use it as an infomercial. Maybe you have some video already. Talk to the people that you work with. Say, could you shoot some of this video for me? It's quick to create. It's cheap to produce, relatively cheap. We all know doing a TV commercial, you do one and you hope that you did the right thing. With video online, it's a lot cheaper to make mistakes and do a lot and mix and match. Video online, it's all done with a PC. Your biz is seen by more people. That is actually inside of the Baltimore Sun website. Oh, and better search results. Because this lives on the newspaper site, Google and Yahoo find it easier. Let's talk about rich media as we come to a close here. Rich media is a fancy word for all those banners that you see that move. And they're animated. They almost look TV-like. For example, this is a sliding billboard. You get to the home page of a site, and this whole page opens up to provide to you some animation, some coupons. Every single person that shows up on the site has to see this. And then it snaps back into something called a pencil ad. It stays here the whole entire day. And it also says if you want to open this up again for a coupon, feel free. So imagine again, you go to the page. This is the Daily Press in Virginia, and I just want to read local news. I get here, and every single person that shows up on the site will see your ad in a very highly impactful, powerful, in-your-face kind of way. That is called a sliding billboard. These are reasons why internet advertising is really expanding, because of these types of ad units. This is something called now a peel back. I get to the home page of the site, and the whole page peels back. We've seen that before. We could close it if we're not interested in the product.